Hello, good day everyone. So let me introduce myself. My name is Agustiawan. I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia. I'm the PhD candidate from BINUS, Bina Nusantara University. So in this time, I would like to present my research paper with topic the analysis of the effect of internal audit, IT capability, and CRO role in the ERM implementation on the firm performance moderated by listed status among Indonesian state-owned enterprise. So let's begin. Yeah, so regarding the research background, the introduction, so now the corporation, the organization, a company facing a difficult situation, yeah. Several leading organizations named World Economic Forum, yeah, they released a global risk report. They said now stakeholders are more engaged today, seeking greater transparency and accountability for managing risk. Yeah, another publisher from the Cambridge Global Risk Index 2017 also report the risk major shock to global economy is increasing. One of them is virus pandemic, which is 2020. All of us in the world facing the COVID-19. Yeah. Further, research by conducted North Carolina State University, their top 10 risks for 2018. The three top risks about the disruptive innovation, resistant to change operation, and also cyber threat. So that's why, so in my research paper, I would like to examine about the enterprise risk management. Yeah. So actually, if you see the slide, this is the flowchart figure. When I built my research paper, starting with VUCA, vulnerability, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Yeah, and also the fast changing business environment. Yeah. So nowadays we can't use the risk management anymore, yeah, because the risk management just managing trade, yeah, for minimize trade and maximize the opportunity. So we need more sophisticated framework to manage risk. It is called enterprise risk management. Enterprise risk management conducted by several researchers, it is found that ERM implementation create value, and also the ERM implementation effect on firm performance. Yeah, and then how about in Indonesia? Yeah, so after the second global crisis, 2008, yeah, finance ministry released a regulation. Yeah, that all organizations under finance ministry apply ERM, enterprise risk management, and also the Ministry of State-owned Enterprise. Yeah, 2011 also all the state-owned enterprise must apply. Yeah, to face the crisis. Yeah, including the financial service industry, 2015. There's a regulation for banking. They must apply, implement enterprise risk management. So if we learn from the previous research, said that ERM implementation affect firm performance, but the other side, the result show different. Yeah. So in the period 2014 to 2016, there's a trend of declining, yeah, return on asset of state-owned enterprise. So this is the phenomena that I would like to examine. I would like to know further. Yeah. So what happened in the ERM implementation among the state-owned enterprise? Yeah. So this paper need to research about the ERM implementation, especially in Indonesian state-owned enterprise, and other need deeper research, yeah, to investigate, yeah, the influence, internal audit, ethic capability, and CRO role. I would like to know which dominant factors can affect firm performance. That's why in this paper fills the gap on current research. First, the effect ERM implementation on firm performance among Indonesian SOE. And the second one, dominant factor, which influenced ERM implementation on firm performance, namely internal audit, IT capability, and CRO. And listed status as the moderating factor. So I continue. So about the problem identification, does ERM implementation affect firm performance? The second, which factor among the perceived factors of internal audit, IT capability, CRO role that has the most significant influence in determining the success of ERM implementation on firm performance in Indonesian state-owned enterprise moderated by listed status. So the second part, I would like to share about the literature review, starting from the theory of the firm. A comprehensive theory of the firm under agency arrangement was developed by Jensen and Mackling 1976, who showed that the principal, which is the shareholder, could assure themselves that the agent will make the optimal decision only if appropriate incentive are given and only if the agent is monitored. Continue by the agency theory. The agency theory is the supposition that explains the relationship between principal and agent in business. Agency theory is concerned with resolving problems in agency relationship due to unaligned goals or different aversion level to risk. The second, about the corporate governance. Dimsdale and Preverser 1994 observed that corporate governance is concerned with how corporation govern and the relationship between management of a company and its shareholder. And then how about the risk management? The Toronto Stock Exchange guideline advocate that board assume responsibility for the identification, the principal business risk of the corporation business, ensuring the implementation of the appropriate system to manage risk. Last one is about the enterprise risk management by Dixon 2011. ERM is systematic and integrated approach to management of a total risk a company faces. By Leidenberg and Hoyt 2003, unlike the traditional silo-based approach to corporate risk management, ERM enables firms to benefit from an integrated approach to managing risk that shifts the focus of the risk management function from primarily defensive to increasingly offensive and strategic. ERM enables firms to manage a wide array of risks in an integrated, holistic fashion. The third is COSO 2004. COSO is one of the leading framework that for Indonesia used as the framework to apply to implement enterprise risk management. What is the ERM? COSO said ERM is a process affected by an entity, board of directors, management, and other personnel. Apply in strategy setting, start from strategy setting across the enterprise, designed to identify potential event, that may affect the entity and manage risk to be within its risk appetite to provide reasonable assurance regarding the achievement of the entity objective. Last one, by RIMS 2011, ERM is strategic business discipline that support the achievement of an organization objective by addressing the full spectrum of its risks and managing combined impact of risk as an integrated risk portfolio. Yeah, so it's about the literature review, and the third part is the hypothesis testing. Yeah, so there's 11 hypotheses that are built in this research paper. Number one, to examine whether internal audit affect from performance, to examine whether internal audit affect ERM implementation, to examine whether IT capability affect from performance. Number four, to examine whether IT capability ERM implementation. Number five, to examine whether CRO role affect ERM implementation. Number six, to examine whether CRO role affect from performance. Number seven, to examine whether ERM implementation affect from performance. Yeah, and then number eight, to examine whether internal audit affect on performance when moderated by listed status. Yeah, number nine, to examine whether IT capability affect on performance when moderated by listed status. Number 10, to examine whether CRO role affect on firm performance when moderated by listed status. And the last one, to examine whether ERM implementation affect on firm performance when moderated by listed status. And the fourth part is about methodology. Yeah, number one, about the sampling. I'm using the purposive sampling. Yeah, form of non-probability sampling. Number two, population is that on enterprise for both listed status and non-listed status. Yeah, the population size is 50 SOE. Yeah, 31 non-listed and 19 listed SOE. Data collection 2013, 2018. Yeah, method quantitative correlation research design. Data source I'm using for primary data questionnaire from responder. The second data I get the profile state-owned enterprise from the Ministry of State-owned Enterprise. Yeah. Last one about the hypothesis testing. I'm using the PLS SAM using the software. I'm using the PLS Smart 2. Yeah. And then this is the demographic profile of the sample. Yeah. The sector industry, there's agriculture, construction, financial, insurance, ICT, mining, oil and gas, processing, transportation, and then you can see the numbers, yeah. And then the job position from director to supervisor, and then the gender, male and female, the total employee from 1,000 number of employee until 100,000 number of employee, yeah. And then about the asset, yeah, start from 1,000 billion until above the 250, 100 billions rupiah, yeah. And you see the revenue and also the profit and loss, yeah. And then so after data processing using the smart PLS, and this is the result, yeah, part 5, yeah. So using the SAM, there's two calculation, yeah. The first is the model evaluation, yeah, which is I would like to know the validity and the reliability, yeah. So from all the variables, yeah, including the latent variables, yeah. So if we see the composite reliability, if reliable, the point, the numbers should above than 0.7. So the internal audit score 0.9. Yeah, the variant extract should be above than 0.5, and then the numbers 0.7, which is the reliable. Yeah. So if we see all the numbers, the model is valid and reliable. So that's why I continue to test the hypothesis, yeah, by structural model evaluation, yeah. So there's two results. The first is PET coefficient, and the second one is the total effect, yeah. So for the PET coefficient, yeah. So from the 11, hypotheses. So there are 8. Yeah, the part is a positive, and then 3 negative. Yeah, which is the internal audit effect from performance. Yeah, CRO role effect from performance, and also internal audit effect from performance if moderated by listed status. Yeah, and then what happened in the total effect? Yeah, in the total effect, so there are 3 hypotheses rejected. Yeah, after I processing the data. Yeah, number 1 is internal audit effect from performance. Yeah, rejected. Yeah. Um, and then the hypothesis number 3, the CRO role effect from performance. Yeah, the score, the T statistic only 0.6, which is the minimum score should be the T table 1.69. Yeah, and then also the hypothesis 8, yeah, internal audit effect from performance if moderated by listed status. Yeah, also rejected. Yeah, but the other hypothesis accepted. Yeah, so this is the model. Yeah, so this is the model result. So as you see, yeah, so from the internal auditor to firm performance, yeah, the part negative, and also the T stats non-significance. Yeah, and also if you see the CRO role to firm performance, yeah, hypothesis number 3 also same. Yeah, minus and also not significant. Yeah, and the last one is internal audit. Yeah, if moderated by listed status, also the same. Yeah, and then this is the explanation. Yeah, so the explanation, there are 7 explanations that I would like to inform. Yeah, so the first is internal audit has no direct effect on firm performance. Yeah, this means that the existence or non-existence of internal audit has failed to significantly influence firm performance on the unit analysis tested. Yeah, and then how about the internal audit to ERM implementation? Yeah, it is a positively effect. It means the existence of internal audit has significant influence on the ERM implementation, as it encourages proper monitoring. Yeah, and also the internal audit ensure the regular reporting to top management regarding ERM implementation, so that is properly applied. Yeah. Number 3 is about the IT capability. Yeah, the IT capability positively affect both for firm performance and also the ERM implementation. Yeah, improvement in IT capability and investment in organization has significant influence on firm performance. Yeah, as IT optimize and enhance company operation to be more effective and efficient. And then how about the IT and ERM implementation? Yeah, the result has shown the IT capability has significant influence on the ERM implementation, as it enables to implementation process, yeah, in regards to proper monitoring, so that monitoring can be done efficiently in the real time. In addition, the IT capability also contributes to the support of ERM implementation and provide sufficient data visualization to help top management make a better informed decision regarding the implementation. Yeah, and then I continue. Number 5 is about CRO. Yeah, what happened with CRO? CRO role positively affect ERM implementation. So in the study, it's proven that CRO role has significant influence on the success of ERM implementation. Companies which have CRO in place result in a higher ERM maturity level, as this means there's a person in charge to get the buy-in from management to apply ERM and execute ERM strategy. This also means the company which have no CRO role and tend to have lower ERM maturity level, as there is no proper monitoring direction and applying ERM practices. Number 6, CRO has no direct effect on firm performance. The existence or non-existence of CRO has failed to significantly influence firm performance on the unit analysis tested. Last one, number 7, ERM positively affect firm performance. Yeah, ERM is found has significant influence on the firm performance as company which have higher level or ERM maturity tend to perform better compared to others having lower level on ERM maturity. Having ERM in place prepare company better in managing and mitigating risk as it provide robust approach in defining and managing risk, especially in this uncertain world. So there's a recommendation, yeah. There's a recommendation for the next research, yeah. The first, the research can be done to all 140 state-owned enterprise, yeah. And then we can see, yeah, which sector the highest maturity level or ERM implementation. The second, yeah, the second, for the research, can be done in the listed companies, in the Indonesian Stock Exchange, this can be also to assess the maturity level of ERM implementation in various sector. We like to see which sector has the most optimum implementation. The third in 2015, OJK, Financial Service Industry, has issued regulation regarding risk management implementation in non-bank financial institution, and company. So some of the company have just implemented ERM in 2016, which means implementation has just been applied recently. This company can be used as the unit analysis in further study regarding ERM implementation to understand which company successfully apply ERM framework in the company and whether the set implementation bring influence to their financial performance. And how about the recommendation for the enterprise? So state-owned enterprise, private enterprise suggested to apply ERM in their institution as ERM implementation contribute to better financial performance. So internal audit, IT capability, and CRO has significant influence in ERM implementation on financial performance. It is understandable that implementing ERM may be challenging. Hence, the finding of this study can be beneficial and act as the guidance for related stakeholders. Some recommendation made availability of the roadmap implementation ERM. A roadmap is important. If the company have a roadmap, then the management should follow, quarterly, yearly, what they should do, and also the framework. The framework also important. They want to use a COSO or ISO 31000 or another framework, as a guide to implement ERM, and the availability of trained and certified human resource to ensure the success of ERM implementation. And then how about the government? The government should should strictly enforce enterprise that on enterprise must apply ERM facing in this VUCA world. So first, the government should define specific policies which regulate ERM implementation in all state-owned enterprise to improve their financial empowerment. The second, SOA recommended to have ERM implementation, a roadmap to ensure all SOE achieve stage 5 of the implementation. Stage 5 means about the maturity level, means that ERM has been implemented properly and accordingly. The third, as the incentive, SOA need more creative and innovative in the ERM implementation. So SOA encouraged to participate in ERM world award competition, both nationwide and worldwide. Yeah. Last one, the fourth, one of the key factors influencing the success of ERM implementation is the availability of trained and certified human resource. Yeah. So therefore, there are several initiatives to ensure the fulfillment. Yeah, the fulfillment of this factor must be undertaken. Indonesian SOE are highly expected to be internationally recognized state-owned enterprise, yeah, whether in the prospective asset, number of customer, revenue, so that they can contribute more in paying tax dividend to government, which in turn contribute to the betterment of Indonesian citizen welfare. Yeah. So thank you very much for the attention regarding the presentation of my paper. See you in the next conference. Bye.